football. It's week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On second down, Anderson. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's
now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
On now is the Titans punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. So here comes the Browns offense with a long field ahead. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I know you saw in your email that the ballots will be coming in after this week's games for league MVP. You've got to vote, I've got to vote. We're getting ready to see a closing argument in this one, though. Can he lock it down?
Week 17, the last act. We're not supposed to say who we're voting for, but I can say this. He's in the stadium right now. So there you go. There's my hint.
There's your hint right there. I'm going to wait until after this one is over. He's got to sway me with one more performance.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down back at his
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brought down back at his own 9-yard line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Room past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line.
For the running back.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
10 at the 32-yard line.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to run this with a tight end. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tight end, the ball carrier, brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
That's good.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 34-yard line.
He's got his man on the crossing route.
That's good for a clean.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
The pass.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
A 6-yard loss.
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick here is good.
The field goal.
And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
It's the score, Browns 3, Titans 0.
They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On third down, Anderson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Anderson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
A loss of 13 yards. It's 2nd down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They run. Anderson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Another carry for the running back. Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
The pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
After 1 on EA Sports.
3, Titans nothing.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
1st and 10.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes, and when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Anderson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st down.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. On 1st down, it's Anderson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
The ball carrier.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Quarterback is sacked.
And on 1st and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and dropped. And now, they're not even in the red zone anymore.
of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now left side on the swing pass. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To number 30. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
4th down and goal.
On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3.
At 3-3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 30-yard line.
Three receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. A throw over the middle, taken in. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Cooper again the target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
19. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The open man is Smith. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good.
The field goal,
and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
The score, Browns 6, Titans 3.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Anderson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And off comes to Anderson. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. On now is the Titans punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
It's a gain of
that catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he is going to have the Browns' 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl
call a tight, sharply run route. Again, zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Steps away to his left. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
You know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
Good.
And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3.
Titans 3.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's second and 7 now from the 28. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He's got Anderson right side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Don't stop that motor.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Flush to his right. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest to check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. 28-24, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
His kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Titans 3.
Kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Grant on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
4 yards on the pick.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8.
The pass.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game.
21. Titans 3.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Titans now just about ready to take over. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Anderson, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Number 30.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Completes this one to Meredith.
The pass.
Not much there, only a yard.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free. But we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Completes it right side to Cooper. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Anderson. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
34-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
A 10-yard loss.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. And this one's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
It's 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Screen play, Anderson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
On now is the Titans punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A pass there over the middle to start things out.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Number 89. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Number 88. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith.
That's good for a Cleveland Browns.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Tennessee.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. A try here for the extra point.